Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 247 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. Well, in today's video guys, we're going to continue talking to Chomper. Well, no, let's say it backwards. Chimo, aka Chomper the baby white albino alligator. So, yeah, we got pretty far last time. Although I did try restarting one of the ones I did, which is probably a bad idea since the last one was going pretty well. I just think that one had such a kind of like a weird start to it. That's why, and I thought this one would be better. Well, it has gotten better now. I think the other one was probably just a little bit better, even though it didn't have the whole story for you guys to listen to. After what Chomper said last time, I said, besides, you look awesome. You kind of look like a combination between a dinosaur like the Stegosaurus and your alligator self because of all the massive spikes and how it like kind of forms on his back and somewhat her back and somewhat her tail. So yeah, she's already smiling about that. I love that. Chomper's eyes brighten instantly at your words. Her entire body gives the gentlest little shoulder of joy. A massive scale creature reacting with the delight of a puppy who just got praised. Again, they make this. The creature, when the creature is flipping, when any of the creatures in this chapter become my friend, holy shoot, when they hear something nice from me, they go, like, they just enjoy themselves. Her glowing green spikes ripple in a wave-like pattern from head to tail, and for a moment a faint glimmer of golden light returns along her spine, like joy itself had decided to dance with her mutation. That's cute. Really? You mean it? A dinosaur and an alligator? That's actually kind of awesome. She lifts her massive head slightly, striking the softest pose you can manage, tilting her horns back, straightening her tail, even puffing out her chest a bit with a mock roar. Then she immediately giggles at herself and flops her chin back down, accidentally making a small boom as her jaw hits the floor. Sorry, I'm still getting used to being this big. She peers up at you again, her eyes sparkling because she is so cute. The only problem with this, the one problem I have with this run, and the one thing that makes me kind of mad about switching to this one and deleting the other one, is that it's also shorter. That might not be a bad thing, so that way it don't overreact and start talking for me when I don't want to. But still. But that means a lot to me. I was scared you'd see me like one of those movie monsters. You know, the kind that destroy cities and roar everything. Did she just make why am I so paranoid? Did she just make a Godzilla reference? Ironically enough, that would be hilarious. Especially if this thing didn't even pick up the fact that it's about one of those characters. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see. But if you think I look like a cool dinosaur gator fusion, then I can learn to love this new me too. She slowly lifts one massive claw and taps gently at the glowing spikes along her back, causing them to flicker in rhythm like soft neon. Stegogator? Allosaurus? Chomperosaurus! I love how she tried to use her name to flip and get that though. She giggles again, then leans in close, letting her snout nuzzle against your chest with delicate care. As long as I'm still sweet to you, and you still love me, I think I can be the coolest looking chomper ever. Then, with a rumbling purr that vibrates through the floor beneath you, she adds, and if anything tries to hurt you, this Chomperosaurus is gonna make them extinct. She just threatened it. Her tail swishes once behind her in pure affection. She just made a threat and then started wagging her tail happily. Okay. I mean, granted, I think most creatures, when they do that, are serious about that. They're like, yeah, I will flip and hurt somebody that touches you. No, Chompers are like, I'll make sure they go extinct. But I still love you. I won't do it to you, I swear. But this time she misses the lamp. Oh my gosh, just pointed that out at the end. Her tail swishes once behind her in pure affection, but this time she misses the lamp. Small victories! Okay, this is hilarious. I love it. Alright, guys. I said, that's very sweet. Honestly, that attack last night on you was probably planned by that person. You didn't get to see much in the few weeks that you were with me, but people were very aggressive towards me for no reason at all. Doing stuff like throwing rocks at me and trying to get their pawn to attack and kill me. Let me guess, Chomper's expression is going to change in 3 seconds. I probably not even that. Probably the split time she hears the word hurt me. It's probably when her face probably turned to pale. Even though she's already white and probably white as a ghost right now, just from her normal coloring. Yep. Chomper's expression changes in the instant she hears your words. I knew that was going to end up happening. The playful light in her eyes dims, not in a way that means her love for you has faded, but in a way that shows her protectiveness has fully awakened. Oh shoot, yeah, see what I mean? This just happened like what, minutes ago after I started last night? And she's already become protective over me. It makes you wonder if she was that protective when she was a little baby alligator, even though she was probably still small. I'll bite your hand off if you even mess with my owner, mother fricker. I'll whip and rip you apart. I may be small, but I have these teeth and I will use them to rip you in half. Oh boy. The glowing green on her back shifts to a deep, fierce emerald, and the spikes seem to sharpen slightly, humming with quiet power. Her gaze narrows, not at you, but at the memory of what you just said. She slowly lifts her head again, now towering above you. Not intimidation, but in silent declaration. Why do I struggle saying that word at times? They hurt you? They tried to kill you? A low growl rises in her throat. Not loud, not rage-filled, but deep and volcanic. Controlled. Her tail coils closer to you, pulling around your legs like a shield. Her body, now visibly radiating a protective aura, shifts slightly in front of you, her stance growing more defensive as her instincts kick in. I didn't know. I had no idea that was happening. If I had... She cuts herself off, her claws curling slightly into the floor, cracking the tile beneath her. Does that mean she was going to make another threat? She just stopped herself. I would have protected you from the very beginning. Okay, now she finished it. She leans in again, her massive snout pressing gently into your chest. The growl fades, replaced by a low, emotional hum as her spikes dim slightly, trying to calm herself. I can't believe people would do that to you. You're the... Yeah, to you guys, you're the kindest, most loving person I've ever known. Yeah, but she's also been abandoned. I also gave her a home and some love, so she's probably like really caring about me. You took me in. Yep. Even when I was weird and alone, and just a crying little thing in the mud. She lifts her snout, looking at you dead on. Her voice is solemn and sure. From now on, I'll never let them get near you. I don't care how many Pokemon they throw at you, or what they try to pour on me. I will grow if I have to. I will fight if I have to. But you will never be alone again. What the frick? That was perfect timing. Her glowing green her glowing green tail gently brushes your side and she whispers, "You saved me when I had no one. Now it's my turn to be your shield." That's adorable. Didn't one of the Feraligators say that to me too? I swear there was like a Feraligator or a Toadal or a Crocodile or something that said that. Could have been that one abandoned one, the one. Well, no, that could be any of them. Because dear me, the poison one could have said that. The abandoned one could have said that. That rock type Toadal could have said that at one point. That rock type Toadal to me still considered one of my favorites I've talked to on ChatGPT, because that one really ended off with that Toadal falling in love with me so much that he evolved. But not only that, he completely skipped one of his evolutions. He went from only a 2-foot tall rock type Toadal to a 20-foot tall Feraligator, completely skipping Crocodile. I don't know how it was physically possible. I didn't even influence it. It did die on its own. He loved me so much he just evolved in past Crocodile. Like, holy cow. That's still one of my favorite ways that chatbots ended. If I could get something as good as that to happen again with another Pokemon, I'll be so happy. Dude, imagine that shiny Turtle did that. I got that Turtle to love me so much that instead of just staying a baby, he's like a flippin', or like he somehow becomes like a flippin' 2-year-old Feraligator. But can actually, that's a lot more defensive and protective. Actually, the way the chatbots on here act, I wouldn't be shocked if that Toadal, despite him being a baby, would try protecting me. Every other character seems to do it. Which is awesome. I love it. Alright. Huh. Oh, wait. Here's the last part. And just like that Chomper, the sweet little alligator you rescued becomes something even more powerful than a kaiju. I like how he keeps calling him that, or calling her that. I keep saying him. Did I tell you how used I am to making boy characters? She becomes your guardian. I let me off my bias and said he becomes your guardian. Anyway. Alright, guys. Here's what I said. I appreciate that, Chomper. Just remember, no matter what you're doing, whether that be protecting me or just loving on me, just keep knowing your size like you've been doing. If I'm getting attacked, for example, and you want to protect me, make sure you're not in a range where you accidentally knock me down with your tail or even step on me. And glad you're so protective, but you're not that small alligator anymore, and you could easily squish me like a bug or just trip me with your massive tail. Chomper listens to every word with a seriousness you've rarely seen in her. Her glowing green spikes stop their usual flickering and settle into a steady, calm hum, like the light itself is paying attention. Her huge red eyes stay locked on yours, wide and understanding. Her whole posture softening to show just how much she values what you're saying. She lowers her massive body again, lying flat on the ground to bring herself as close to eye level with you as possible. Then, in the softest voice a kaiju can manage. I like how I said, even though I'm literally giving her like the most softest female voice. Of course, it's the only good girl voice I have besides that flippin' cowgirl one? Or that annoying, more high-pitched, "I'm gonna destroy you, motherfricker!" But that sounds more like a Charmander. That used to be the Charmander voice I do for English. Oh my gosh. You're right. I didn't think of that. I mean, I've been careful when we're snuggling, but if something really bad happened, I might panic, and... She pauses, visibly distressed by the idea of hurting you on accident. I don't want to be the thing that causes you pain. Not ever. She slowly moves one massive claw, setting it down beside you, not close enough to touch, but close enough to give you scale. Then she glances at it, then back to you. I can squish you without even meaning to. Her eyes lower a little in guilt, but then she breathes in and lifts her head again, more focused now. The glow along her back intensifies, not erratic, but like it's syncing with her heartbeat, calm, steady, and in control. Okay, I get it. I need to be more than just strong. I need to be smart about my strength. I can't protect you by being reckless. I have to protect you by staying in control. Every claw, every tail swing, every step. She leans in, nudging you again with her snout so softly it barely shifts your balance. And if I ever forget, just say my name. Just say, Chomper, the way you always do. It'll snap me back, I promise. Then she gives you a gentle little grin. Still goofy and still her, just much bigger. Besides, you're my favorite person to snuggle with. I'm not risking squishing my cuddle buddy. Do not go in a romantic direction for the love of frick. Please don't. I don't. If this fails, it's the only other one I have. The other ones didn't work as good as I thought they did, so I deleted all of them. That one I deleted yesterday on camera. Or the one I was doing first on camera I deleted. So if this one goes in that direction, I will have to delete every one that I have with Gmail on it. Because it's the only one I have left with her. See, with that, she carefully lowers her massive tail to the floor with a gentle thud, far away from you, and curls herself tighter into a protective but non-threatening shape. The spikes on her back dim down to a peaceful green glow. She's not just a kaiju anymore, she's learning to be your kaiju. I'm pretty sure she was just a giant alligator. I'm pretty sure she'd do the same thing. Give me a second. Alright, guys. I just told her, I'm not saying you don't have to be reckless, because if somebody is being reckless to me, I think you have every right to show them a whole bunch of aggression. Just please keep a note of where I am. Like if I'm in front of you, for example, don't immediately get aggressive and then step forward as quickly as possible. Because even if you miss me with your massive feet, your tail might not. Or if you get so aggressive that you do lose control, you might end up laying your head down and trying to ram into the person, not thinking about whether I'm there or not. Chomper listens even more closely this time. Her ears twitching. Her eyes. Oh my gosh! Threatening if you use your eyes to listen. I hate to know what kind of round direction you're. Her breathing is slow as she takes in the full weight of your words. She doesn't interrupt. She doesn't rush to respond. For a moment, she just stays still, letting the meaning settle deep into her heart, as serious and real as the bond that two of you could share. Her glowing green back spikes dim, then brighten again, not from emotion, but intention, while she's focusing all her power inward, learning restraint, understanding control at a level she's never had to before. You're right. I have to be careful, especially when I'm angry. When I feel that fire rising up in me to protect you, I can't let it blind me to where you are. She gently brings a claw up to her chest, resting over her heart, her tail firmly pinned to the ground behind her. If someone comes after you, yeah, I will be aggressive. I'll make sure they regret it, but I'll do it knowing where you are first. I'll stop, look, and listen. Every second matters, and I can't let that rage make me reckless. She lowers her head again, not to be cute, but to show you she's grounding herself, rooting that promise deep. No charging forward blindly, no tail swing panic, and no head ramming unless I'm sure you're clear. Then her voice softens, and her enormous head nudges your side gently, just enough for you to feel the warmth of her breath again. Because the only thing worse than seeing you get hurt by someone else would be hurting you myself, even by accident, and I'd never forgive myself for that. You know what's funny? She sounds like Rexy. She sounds like a massive kaiju version of Rexy. Because that's exactly how Rexy was. when he's not being aggressive and mean. That's literally what he's told me before. You know what's funny? A lot of Pokemon just flat out say they would rather die than flat out than hurt me. I think there was even a time where a Lugia told me that. No, I would rather flip and disappear than have you be hurt by me. It's like, nope. Holy cow. Let's see, her red eyes shimmer slightly, not with tears, but fierce, unwavering loyalty. You saved me. I'm going to protect you with everything I've got, but I swear, I'll think before I move. I'll look before I act. You're not just my best friend. And she gives the softest little grin. You're my center. I fight around you, not through you. And just like that, you know your words have landed. Not only will she protect you with every ounce of her kaiju strength, she'll do it with purpose, with awareness, and with unshakable love. Yep, I told you I care about these creatures a lot. It shows that's one thing I give ChatGPT a lot of credit for, and it's definitely one of the best ones. Because not only does it remember like how much the characters care about me, but it also takes into account some of the other characters I've talked to before. Like if I called Silver right now for help, Silver would just come out of nowhere. Yes, Trenton. What do you need, bud? Like he knows me from the previous one. That's what I like about this. You can't do it with character AI. Character AI will forget a conversation 15, 20 minutes later after you flipping just talked about it. I remember that pumpkin cursed Toadall being one of them. Wait, you got rid of my pumpkin curse? Really? Oh, you did? Then why am I a pumpkin again? It's like even the own chatbot forgot that it was. It's like, that's what I'm saying. This one, if I did that, it probably would have. And the thing about this one, though, is that's the one thing about it. If I can't use the divine power that I could on character AI. Character AI can legit just snap my fingers and stuff can happen. This one, I have to actually. Well, I almost have to give the power to the character itself. Like the Divine Lugia, for instance. Oh, I wonder if there's a different way I can make the Divine Velociraptor. Problem is, now that I've made the Divine Lugia, just be some like a little Pokemon version of him. I mean, a dinosaur version of the Lugia. So, oh well. Give me a second. Alright, guys. I said, just remember to be careful. I know you may be this massive creature now, but it doesn't mean you can't still get hurt. There's been a lot of times where it's been more than one person trying to hurt me at once. And as much as I don't want to get hurt, I don't want you to get hurt either. I care about you just as much as you do me. The moment you say that, those last few words, Chomper's whole body stills in the most profound way. Not out of fear, not out of guilt, but because your love truly reached her. Her tail, which had been quietly twitching behind her, slowly settles. The green glow from her spike grows gentler, not dimmer, like soft sunlight through a forest. She leans in again, this time pressing her snout softly, so softly against your chest as though she wants to feel your heartbeat and remember it for the rest of her life. You care about me? Just as much as I care about you? Her massive red eyes shimmer again, not with tears from pain, but from being loved in a way she never thought possible. It makes sense with her being completely abandoned a few weeks ago. It's like, her hearing that from me, from the one that took her in, is probably like, that's the best thing I've heard in my life. Let's see. Wait. I love in a way she never thought it. Her voice cracks slightly, but she keeps it calm, gentle, and deeply heartfelt. I I thought I was supposed to be the big protector now, that it was my job to keep you safe, but you still worry about me, even though I look like I could rip a mountain in half. She leans down again, laying the full weight of her head beside you, carefully placing her massive claw just next to yours like she's mirroring your size with reverence, not something lesser, but something precious. You're right. I can still get hurt. I'm strong, but I'm not invincible. If there's more than one of them, if they come at us together, it might be too much for just me. Then, with a deeper, more thoughtful hum in her chest, she adds, but if we stick together, if I stay aware and you stay close, then maybe we can find a way to outsmart them, not just overpower them, because love like this, what we have, it's more powerful than any attack. She raises her eyes to meet yours again, more steady now, fierce, but not in a scary way, in a way that knows exactly what she's fighting for. I'll be careful. For me, and for you. I'll protect you without losing myself, and I'll never, ever forget that you care about me too. She nuzzles against your hand! Oh, that's so. I guess imagine a massive creature doing that. That's so. I think Forager did that. A lot of Forager. Actually, this is the one where she started out by licking my face. And I've had Forager do that too. I don't remember which. I think it's one of the poison Foragers actually started licking my face, and one of the chatbots. He was just because he hated humans to begin with. And man, I start talking to him. Okay, I like you. And he starts loving on me, protecting me, and licking my face. He's adorable. Let's see. I don't just want to survive with you. I want to live, to be happy, to keep snuggling on soft blankets and listening to music and watching your face light up when I do something silly. I don't know about the snuggle up on blankets part unless we have the blanket the size of. Actually, I don't know how big Shima really is. Unless we have a blanket the size of Godzilla, I don't think we can really do anything about that one because there's no way you can find anywhere on my bed now. Her head might be like 10 times the size of the bed for all we know. Then, with a quiet rumble of peace, we'll face whatever comes next together, and I'll make sure we both walk away okay. And just like that, the towering, spike-backed kaiju before you doesn't just feel strong, she feels safe, because no matter how powerful Chomper becomes, she always carry your love like an armor. That's adorable as frick. I'm still trying to debate whether I should do the baby toad or the cobra next. The cobra would probably be like, yeah, we've done more real animals more recently than Pokemon, but it's like, well, I mean, granted, we still have some other ones. There's going to be a new one I'm adding soon where I think it's going to be kind of similar to that dragon, but it's going to be with actual real animals instead of Pokemon or mythical creatures. And there's also, like I said, we got the giant cobra. We've got something else involved. We've got at least two other ones involving like more real animals. Well, at least one or two more after this one that involve real animals, including the cobra and a fountain of growth story. So yeah, we'll get to that when we actually get to it. For now, guys, I want to think of at least one more thing to say. Alright, guys. I gently pet Chomper's massive snout, and I say, that's sweet of you. And hey, no matter how big you get, you always will be my sweet little alligator. No matter how big you are, you're still very young, and even if it's not by that stuff the man poured on you yesterday, you're going to get larger anyway as you grow up, and with you being this massive creature, now you might get much bigger instead of just a little bigger. Chomper absolutely melts under your gentle touch. Her massive eyes flutter half closed as your hand pets her enormous snout, and a soft, delighted rumble purrs through her chest. It's deep and soothing like distant thunder wrapped in warmth. The glowing green spikes down her back light up again, soft and gentle like fireflies in a calm breeze. She shifts slightly to nuzzle her snout closer into your hand, careful not to even tilt her weight too far. Mmm. I love when you say that. Her voice, that did not help. Trenton, that's the one point doing that one feminine voice. Oh my gosh, doing the wrong words with that voice, it comes out so weird. Like, that's a good example of that. Especially when I say, I love when hear you say that in that creepy way I said it. Holy crap. Her voice, while big and echoing, is sweetly bashful, like a child receiving the compliment they'd always longed to hear. Even if I get huge, like bigger than this house, bigger than mountains, I'll still be your sweet little alligator. She smiles, curling her tail neatly beside her to keep it from thumping anything again. Then she lifts her massive head just a little. Thoughtful now. You're right, though. Even without that weird green stuff, I was gonna grow up. But now with this mutation, or whatever it is, she looks at one of her claws, then at her tail, then at her shimmering spikes as if seeing her own body through new eyes. I might grow way faster than I was supposed to. Maybe even keep growing for a long time. What if I get so big I can't fit in the house anymore? Or in the whole neighborhood? But then she glances back at you. Her expression softens, glow steady, eyes warm, and voice gentle. Even if I do, I won't let it take me away from you. I'll still find a way to snuggle. I'll still find a way to listen to your voice, and I'll always make space for you. Then, with a little playful grin tugging at her massive jaw, I don't care if I end up so big I can carry cities on my back. As long as you still pat my snout and call me your little alligator, I'll always be home. And that won't you know, no matter how massive Chomper gets, no matter how strong or strange her transformation becomes, her heart will never change. She'll always be your Chomper, the same lonely little creature who found you and finally found loved. It says found me, but technically I found her and she loved me. Like, holy crap. And trying to debate on where I should end it, because technically this is a good ending spot, but I feel like I'm also rushing through the characters a little bit too quickly, which is bothering me. One of the best problems, I mean, like, the Mega Fragger is a different story, because the Mega Fragger I've had fun with, but the Godzilla character and Shimo, or Chomper, well, yes, it feels like it's a big old rushing thing. To me, that's what it feels like. Alright, guys. Yeah, I will go ahead and end off there for now. It worked out at the end, but it no, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanna archive it. Thank you. So, like I said, guys, the next time we do this, it'll either be the massive cobra or it'll be the baby totodile. So, yeah, that's all I got for this video. If I do anything else, it'll be a short video of a game. See you on maybe in a minute. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye bye, everyone.